Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. As for today's video, we will do a summary about assigning homework and providing practice. As I mentioned, it is a summary of the chapter 7 in a book called Using Technology with Classroom Instruction That Works, the second edition, forward by William Richardson. So it is presented by Romaisa, Linda, and Camilla. To start with the summary, so the homework and practice gives students a chance to review and apply what they have learned. Cooper, Robinson, and Battles 2006 meta-analysis of research on homework practice provides support for the positive effect of homework. The practices recommended in this section can help teachers and students get the most out of the homework and avoid some of the pitfalls. We have these three recommendations for classroom practice, which are: develop and communicate a district or school homework policy, design homework assignments that support academic learning and communicate their purpose. Provide feedback on assigned homework. Having students practice a skill or concept enhances their ability to reach the expected level of proficiency. However, it seems that not all types of practice will yield improved performance. In addition, when students can access and use corrective feedback about their performance to determine what and how to practice, retention and achievement of the skill or knowledge are improved. Based on these findings, we have the three recommendations for providing practice, which are: clearly identify and communicate the purpose of practice activities, design practice sessions that are short, focused, and distributed over, provide feedback on practice sessions. Technology makes homework and practice easier by providing a wealth of resources for learning outside of the classroom, making it simple for students to work on collaborative homework assignments, and providing during practice these resources that help students refine their skills. Computer-assisted instruction contributes to the learning of at-risk students because it is non-judgmental and motivating. Many technologies can track students' progress over time and assign more difficult tasks. This chapter examines the various types of technology that can be used to supplement a classroom's homework and practice program. The lookup command allows students to search resources such as dictionaries, thesaurus, and bring for more information. Right-clicking any word brings up a dialog box that features the lookup command. Clicking on this command opens a window to the right-hand side of the page. One real advantage to using this tool rather than opening a browser program and using a search engine is that the search results tend to be more focused than those generated by a general-purpose search engine. For younger students and other fledgling researchers, this can be a significant benefit. Students who search from within a Word document are less likely to be sent on wild goose chases or to be diverted from the assignment by the web's many distractions. Here is an illustration of how students may use Word for research. Mrs. Thompson is teaching her 5th graders about the Holocaust. As she works on her report on her home computer, she comes across the word persecution in a text that she's reading in Word. The Combination of the definition and the synonyms gives Emma a good idea of what the word means after she finishes the first draft of her report. Emma checks the grade level of her writing as Mrs. Thompson had taught her to do. Using the word spelling and grammar tool, Emma knows that she can increase the sophistication of her writing by using some of the new vocabulary words the class has been learning. Moving on to the word processing applications, most people think of word processing software as one trick pony. You use it to type papers and that's it. However, the very tools in word processing applications make it much more than simply an electronic typewriter or in other sections of this book. We discuss many of the tools available in Microsoft Word, which is one of the most common word processing software products. But we haven't yet touched on the research capability within the program. Almost every teacher knows to send student researchers to search engines like Google, Yahoo, but far fewer allow that students can also search within Word. Right-clicking any word brings up a dialog box that features the lookup command. Students who search from within a Word document are less likely to be sent on wild goose chases or to be diverted from the assignment by the websman distractions. Here is an illustration of how students may use Word for research. Mrs. Thompson is teaching her 5th graders about the Holocaust. As she works on her report on her home computer, she comes across the word persecution in a text that she's reading in Word. Emma knows that she can increase the sophistication of her writing by using some of the new vocabulary words. The class has been learning multimedia one way some innovative teachers and schools are using technology to enhance and even redefine homework and practice is the flipped classroom. Moving on to the data collection and analysis tools. So it is on a home computer, classroom laptop, or school lab computer. Using spreadsheets for homework and practice is typically about students using data to master concepts and skills. Students can practice by calculating, manipulating, and displaying data to gain deeper understanding. Baker teach algebra. So Baker asks Coach Turnage to help motivate some of the players to practice their data analysis skills. A computer lab is located just across from the locker room, so after each workout, he has his players open a spreadsheet to enter their data. Coach Turnage also has them correlate the data with their heart rate, which he has them take in the computer lab as they wait for the computers to boot up. Finally, the players save their spreadsheets to a central server folder for later use. At the end of the session, the players and coaches can check the progress of each player's workouts, and the players graph this data in Mrs. Baker's algebra class. After the students become comfortable using spreadsheet software, Mrs. Baker has them use spreadsheets to deepen their understanding of parabolic functions as part of her unit on graphic quadratic equations. She gives her students standard homework assignments focused on solving parabolic functions and hand graphing. Next, she brings technology back into the mix instructing students to enter the answers to their homework problem into spreadsheets so that they can quickly see how changes in constant and size change the parabolic graphs. Here we have the multimedia, the pioneered in 2007 by Jonathan Bergman and Aaron Sams, two chemistry teachers from Woodland Park High School in Woodland Park, Colorado. The flipped classroom is transforming how some teachers disseminate information and organize class activities. The basic idea is that students can listen to the lecture part of the class as podcast at home or on the bus and engage in applying what they learn under the teacher's guidance during class time. In this way, the role of the teacher changes from presenter of content to learning coach. And the teacher can spend most of her time talking to and working with students, answering questions, working with small groups, and guiding the learning of each student individually. Another good example of instructional media is the Khan Academy. Each movie is followed by a 10 questions quiz that can be printed off or emailed to the teacher. Most content is available in both English and Spanish. There is also a Brain POP app for the iPad that provides a free movie everyday equipment to students, while others enjoy the benefits of one-to-one laptop programs in which students have a laptop assigned to them for the whole year. If they do not have a family computer to use, they can use their school laptop. Practicing with multimedia allows students to shape the experience to their individual learning style and increase their level of understanding to mastery. In addition to learning from multimedia such as educational games and interactive simulation, students can learn with the multimedia by creating their own projects at home or at school to develop their understanding and practice skills. Another example of creating multimedia for homework and practice is teacher or student construction of games using a presentation tool such as Keynote or PowerPoint. Students create a game using hyperlinks and action buttons. Sarah Lovedick created such a game in PowerPoint while completing her student teaching for the University of Georgia. She wanted her mathematics students to learn basic graphing skills using the Cartesian coordinate system, so she created a game called Battle Graph based on the Battleship board game in which students customize the game or play it directly. The game uses any coordinate to place ships on the graphical oceans. Here we have the instructional interactives. Well-made software programs allow teachers to choose which learning objectives students need to practice, offer sophisticated and seamless multimedia to keep the learner engaged, and provide immediate feedback and scaffolding in order to help students understand and practice a concept. The award recognized software in various industries, including education. Among the awards in the Education Newcomer Award, Interactive in the first category allows students to take many learning routes that are differentiated for their readiness level and interest, and include feedback mechanisms that are both real-time and longitudinal. While very useful, the interactive that focus on the limited concept or skill are not as multifaceted as others that take students all the way through Bloom's taxonomy into deep and varied level of critical thinking. Dempsey's third grade class is learning about acids, bases, and the pH scale. Although the students do several related experiments and activities at school, Mrs. Dempsey wants to ensure that they will remember the material when the unit is complete. Several weeks after the close of the unit, she asks them to go through the activities from the Kitchen Chemistry PBS Zoom website. The website allows them to conduct virtual experiments by mixing substances to test for carbonation. To confirm that her students completed the activities, Mrs. Dempsey asked them to either print the reward certificate or hand it in or save it as a screenshot and email it to her. In another example, a first grade class is working on short vowel sounds, but some students are ready for more challenging work. One of the teacher's favorite resources for building reading skills is the Starfall website, which is a great resource for providing focused practice time on a particular skill. Dempsey students go to the Learn to Read sections of the website. Some do the short vowel activities while others concentrate on long vowels and consonant blends. Each vowel sound links to a corresponding ebook where students can click on unfamiliar words and hear them spoken. Students can also play games designed to help build their knowledge of a specific vowel sounds. The variety of activities and flexible presentation style mean each student is able to work on skills that best meet his or her needs, and the teacher is able to differentiate instruction during practice sessions. So students also can play memory with a cardstock. HTM, this simulation from the University Corporation for Atmospheric Research in Boulder, Colorado, takes students through tutorials about hurricanes and help them apply what they have learned to make decisions as a hurricane approaches. Rocket Math Apple App Store and Android Marketplace Rocket Math is a free math app appropriate for children of all ages as players successfully complete math problems, all of which are formatted into game-like interfaces. They earn virtual money. Now we have the communication and collaboration. Chapter's first discussion of providing feedback covered how to use the Microsoft Word track changes and insert comments features to give feedback to students about their writing. To edit a document collaboratively, all students must either have access to a shared folder or must email the document to other group members. Several students in a high school family consumer sciences class agreed to perfect their recipe of steak au poivre as a final project. What they need is a way to share their recipe adjustment. Whiteboard allows users to compare different versions of their page and see changes made. Much as with track changes in Word. As you can see in figure 7.2 in this photo below, the changes between the 4th and 11th versions of the recipe are shown via highlighted text and gray strike-throughs. Students now have access to resources that help them communicate in real time to teachers, peers, or outside facilitators. Something as simple as using a blog to foster discussion can provide rich out school experiences for students, often allowing them to share input that they may not be willing to share in face-to-face setting. So that's all for today's video. I'm sorry for the sound and thank you for watching.